Hey, what's up, guys? Just wanted to get in touch and to make sure we're all on the same page regarding leads from Zillow and other sources and the order of operations when they're your client, when they're not your client, when you need to pass them on, when you need to pay somebody to go show, whatever. So the real thing is they're not your client until you have met them and built rapport, shown houses, done the buyer's presentation, all of that stuff. If you're answering a call and you can't be their first face, you need to pass them to someone else. So this I didn't build a system here where you can pick up calls and then refer to other agents. That's not the way it works. If you pick up a call and it's a true referral, like out of state referral, then our agreement deals with that, and the way the splits work, they work in the normal sense. So you pick up a call and you need to refer a client to Missouri. Great, we do our normal split on the referral fee that we can get. I'll help you with that. But there's no such thing as picking up a call and then going, hey, who wants to show houses to this person? And I'll pay you 20 bucks, 20 bucks, 20 bucks, 20 bucks. Now I'm getting a little facetious, or not facetious, getting a little silly here. But right, play it forward into the big picture. Somebody like me, the way my business brain goes, oh, here's what I'll do. I will take Zillow calls. This is not what anybody's doing. I want to be clear. We've all had these situations. Nobody's doing this. This is the way I would do it if there were no rules in place. Okay, so that's why I'm good at making the rules because I break them all, or at least create situations that need rules. I would go, oh, hold on a second. So I can pick up Zillow calls. I can then hire other agents for 20 bucks a pop to show houses. I've currently got no skin in the game. I didn't pay for the lead, so if it doesn't close, no big deal. And I don't have any time invested other than a 30-second phone call. I can show houses, hire agents to show for 20 bucks, 30 bucks, 40 bucks. When one of them finally wants to write a house, client calls me back. I write the offer, finish the deal, and I make 40%. That's what I would personally do. That's not the system that I've built. That's not how I envision it to run. And here's why. If you don't build massive amounts of rapport, we don't keep clients. They're going to go somewhere else. So it's all about you picking the phone call up, driving to the personal face to face appointment. And then from there, you're doing the buyer's presentation, showing houses, making sure they're getting pre approved, loving on them, calling them during the week, making sure you've got them set up. This is all about getting that personal rapport. And if you don't have that ability to make your face the first face they see on our team and build that rapport, you need to pass them to someone who can, because one, that serves the client better. Two, it serves me better as the team lead because I paid tens of thousands of dollars a month for these leads, and they need to close and need to be like priority number one is manage the leads well. And it's not about quantity, it's about quality. And when I say quality of how we handle them. That's what's going to make the difference. I have been in situations where our team, long before most of you were here, or maybe even any of you were here, I think it probably was any of you, we didn't close a lead for 6 months, but I was so busy, I just couldn't even worry about it. And they're telling me the leads are bad and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, whatever. Like, I'm selling other houses. I'm doing my thing. So I don't know what's going on, but we haven't closed anything. And I'm like, I literally handed this off to you guys to answer calls and close leads. And because I was so busy closing those exact same phone calls that I needed help. So here we go. Boom. I'm going to give you guys 100 leads a month or whatever it was. Like, a bunch of leads, just like you guys are getting. And then 6 months goes by and we don't close one. Zillow training. I made my own Z training, but we're not closing anything. I'm being told the leads are bad. I'm like, well, finally I got fed up. I just started answering calls. I had like 8 pending transactions in 2 weeks. Okay. So it's not the lead problem. It is the quality of how we handle them. And so we've done even more training and research, and we've learned a lot about it even since then to help you guys. It is going to always be about how you handle the lead. Not all the leads are good. I'm not saying that. But I am saying that if you get 50 leads and you handle all 50 in a mediocre fashion, you might close 0 or 1. If you handle them amazing, you might close 10. If you handle them in the middle of bleh and amazing best human ever, you might close 5. So it's a numbers game, and 5 to 10% closing rate is really pretty good on these cold leads. So if you think about that, if you're doing everything right, you're going to close 1 out of 10, maybe 1 out of 20. So you better have your game stepped way up for all of them. Otherwise, your rates go down even further. So if you're closing 1%, that's 1 out of 100. In reality, it could have been 10 out of 100 or 20 out of 100 had you been amazing. This is more reason why you can't pass them on and do what I was talking about, or even a slight version of that. Like where you pick it up, but you can't show it. Somebody else, gets hired to show it. Doesn't work that way. That is not the top level of service that you're going to need and that I'm going to need you to have to close the right amount of transactions to make any of this worth it. Like, it's just, you're not going to be in business. You're not going to make any money. I'm going to cut leads because I can't pay for stuff that doesn't close, right? It's just not good business for me either. So this is all a big team effort, and you guys have to be amazing. And you may think, well, I don't want to give up that lead, and you might not want to. And I understand that. I wouldn't want to either. But if you don't give up that lead and somebody close it, then all the leads go away and you still don't have any leads. Like, it's very much important that every single lead is treated like it might be your last, because it might be your last for lots of reasons, but it's all about serving that client as best we can. And sometimes you're not going to be the person for the job because of timing, mainly, is what we're talking about today. So you got to just pass it on. It's just part of it. Now, if you've shown them a few houses and there's a lot of rapport built and they're loving you and you feel comfortable and you're going to be gone all weekend and there's some houses, set up somebody that's going to show them some houses and pay them a good dollar figure to make it make sense, or work out some deal for when they're on vacation next. But the rule, just so we're clear, the rule is your face has to be their first face. Otherwise, you need to pass the lead on to another team member. The reason that is important, another reason that's important, is because if I'm your team member, and you go, hey Eli, I'll pay you $30 to go show this house, and I've got a spot in my schedule, I make it work. I show up to that appointment. I'm gonna go, hey, awesome, hey, great to see you. I'm Eli with Simplified Fathom Realty. How did you meet Robin? Met her on Zillow. Who's Robin? Is what they might ask, right? They may say, I met her on Zillow. We had a phone call. They may say, who's Robin? They may, if Hardev gets a lead that he's not getting leads. I shouldn't use him. Ashley gets a lead, and she wants to, show up to the appointment because Ashley needs me to show him. It's the first one. I'm like, hey, how's it going? Eli with Simplified Fathom Realty. Good to meet you. Man, how long have you been looking at houses with Ashley? We haven't. Who's Ashley? Wow. Now, here's what's happening during this situation. I have to turn on I'm going naturally. Personality is always going to be this way anyway, but even if I'm not naturally this way, I'm going to have to turn on the afterburners because they have no rapport built with Ashley and they have no rapport built with me. So they got to build it with somebody. I'm going to build it. Guess what? They're going to want to work directly with me. At the end of that appointment, you know what's going to happen? Hey, Eli, is there any way we could just work directly with you instead of with Ashley? Because I'm going to be talking about Ashley the whole time and how amazing she is. But I promise you, because she hasn't built rapport, they're going to go, Eli, is there any way we can just work with you? That's not just an Eli thing either. And that's just not, I'm not being a team lead in the story. I'm being a member. I'm just being a human that's trying to take care of people, love them well, build rapport, help them understand that we care about them. And they're going to end that meeting, I can promise you, Eli, is there any way we can just work with you? The answer, absolutely. They don't even know who Ashley is. They talked to her on the phone. They also talked to a Zillow person, and they talked to a fake Zillow person named Alex. And then they talked to an Ashley who scheduled some appointment, and now they're here with a human who is showing them care and love and concern and spending an hour with them, talking through life, doing a buyer presentation, because I'm not going to leave there without doing a buyer presentation, right? This is why you have to be their first face, because you can't hire out building your rapport, okay? So I know I'm intense. I know I'm excited. I love it. It's that important. Didn't know this was a conversation to be had, but as we gain agents, and I know we've had some situations in the past too, not at a high level, but I was like, man, maybe I just need to have this conversation and explain why it's so important that you do not take calls when you're on vacation. Why? You can't do anything about it. I'll pause you, but that's annoying. Just don't take them. If you want me to pause you, tell me to pause you, and then remind me to unpause you when you get back. But this is the why. There is no way I'm sending one of my clients that let's say I picked up, even right now, if I picked up a Zillow call and it was a $1 million buyer, you better darn well believe I am not sending Hannah Noland. I am not sending Jennifer Smith, right? I'm not sending you guys to go show them a house. Why? They don't know me. You guys are going to build rapport and they're going to love you, and then I'm going to lose $1 million sale. Like that, this doesn't. Now, I don't pick up Zillow calls, so this isn't going to happen right now. But there is no way, unless I have no other option. If I have no other option, I would absolutely give them to somebody and let you guys take them. I'm not sticking Jennifer Smith, the world's nicest human, in front of my client as their first face, and then they get stuck with me later. There's no way. She's going to build so much rapport with them. They're going to end the conversation. Hey, Jennifer, is there any way we can just work with you? Right? Anyway, long story short, I think it's hilarious. I think always strategy. You know that. I think a lot of business stuff, and I always think people. And at the end of the day, we're serving these clients. And I just can't imagine sending one of you to meet my clients who I really need to buy a house from me for the first time. They've never met me. I have no rapport, because you guys are going to steal them on accident. It's just the way. And I'm not, and the team leader in this story, it's going to be whoever it is, but I'm not going to turn that over. If Ashley has Jennifer show a house for the first time to her client and they're like, we really just want to work with Jennifer now, I'm not going to switch that. That's a rapport building issue and good lesson for Ashley, I guess. But like, Jennifer's not stealing on purpose. She's not a turd like that. But it's going to happen. It happens all the time. That's how we win clients from other brokerages. I got a Fathom agent's cousin used me to buy and sell their house. Because whatever, rapport. I didn't know they were the cousins until it was like done. I just knew there was another agent involved. All of a sudden, I find out it's a Fathom agent's cousin. They picked me. Old guy, his sister's been an agent for 30 years. I took him donuts to his house. I showed up. We sat on his back porch and, drank soda and talked for hours on end for multiple days in multiple weeks, building rapport. You can't beat that when they don't even have a face. So anyway, gosh, it's so long. I've recorded this video like 4 times and I can't make it any shorter. It's going to be like 6 hours long. Here's the rule for the team. Pick up the calls. Don't do it when you're on vacation, because you're not going to be able to serve them. It's not going to be, hey, we'd like to see a house 2 weeks from now when you're back from vacation, right? Don't pick up the calls on vacation. Happy to pause you. Happy to unpause you. You'll just have to remind me. But if you pick up a call and you can't show the house in a timely fashion to benefit and bless the client, then give them away. There's more coming. And don't pick up more clients than you can handle. Make sure you are handling the ones you've got. Constant, daily for 5 or 6 days, and then at least weekly or twice a week, phone calls, texts, emails. These people are buying houses, just not from you if you don't follow up, okay? So how you handle the leads you have is better and more indicative of who you are as an agent than how many leads you get. Because if you handle all the leads the same way, which is, call it poor, and you have 1,000 of them, you're going to get 0 houses. You could pick up 10 leads and close 2 of them with a whole lot less work and a whole lot happier people around you because you're not taking all the leads. Oh my gosh, there's so many things we can always talk about. You got the rule. You have to show them the house. You have to, buyer's appointment, whatever. You have to be the rapport building, first touch, face to face, or you have to give that lead away. Got it? All right. I'll see you later.